Bi'ur Mishna Zayin. Oh, this is not related to Aryeh for all, at all. Bi'ur Mishna Zayin. En shochatim et ha-Pesach al ha-Yachid. You do not shech the Pesach sacrifice on a single person. Somebody comes and says, I want to make a Pesach sacrifice. He says, where's your guide? He says, what do you care? I have the obligation to bring a Pesach sacrifice. I'm allowed to bring a Pesach sacrifice.
Oh,
Why not?
because you have to eat everything.
I'll eat it. What do you care?
The whole sheep?
What do you care? Is it your business?
You can.
I'm going to...
You can eat everything.
Let's see. So it says, אין שוחטים על הפסח על היחיד. אלא על החבורה. You cannot bring it on the individual. You have to bring a group. This is according to whom? This is according to דברי Rabbi Yehuda. According to the words of Rabbi Yehuda. וטעמו. And the reasoning, he says simply, שמא לא יוכל לאכול את כולו, it says, who can eat a whole sheep? You're making a sin, it's almost like for sure you're making a sin, because for sure you're going to have remainder. For sure, there's no way you're not going to have a remainder.
Yes, you take a katanchik.
Even katanchik, there's no... Yeah, but I don't think there is such a small one. They're big. It's hard for a person to finish a sheep. Yeah?
No way.
But Rabbi Yossi matir, Rabbi Yossi allows. Now Rabbi Yehuda is easy to understand. Let's understand Rabbi Yossi. Where is he coming from? Rabbi Yossi matir leyachid lishchot et ha-Pesach le'atzmo. He allows it to an individual to shech the Pesach for himself. Im hu yachol le'achlo kulo. He says, you know what, look at me, I'm 500 pounds, I can eat the whole thing, don't worry about it, I'll take care of it. Yeah, Rabbi Yehuda said there's no such thing. Nobody can eat the whole sheep. Rabbi Yehuda says there isn't such a thing. Nobody can eat. Rabbi Yehuda says, no. I know some people who can finish a whole sheep. אני חושב משנה לשנתיים. אני חושב משנה לשנתיים. Yeah, it's already big. Yeah. Yeah, הם כבר גדולים. Yeah, ורבי יוסי מתיר ליחיד לשחוט את הפסח עצמו אם הוא יכול לאכלו, אבל אפילו חבורה של 100 איש, but here comes the caveat. What happens if you have 100 people, yeah, and each one cannot eat a kezais, then you're not allowed to shecht. So Rabbi Yossi is very, says one person who says I can eat the whole sheep, says no problem, you can shecht for him. But if you have 100 people who each one cannot eat a kezais, I cannot shecht.
So if you have 101, that one of them can eat the gdi, you can shecht on him.
Yeah, you can shecht on him.
101.
Yeah. שאין יכולים לאכול כזית, כלומר שאין כל אחד ואחד מהם יוכל לאכול כזית. That each one needs to do the minimum measurement, which is a כזית. אין שוחטים עליהם, we don't shecht on them. בגמרא מבואת בברייתא. In the Gemara we have a bright on this. מניין שאין שוחטים את הפסח על היחיד, the Braita says, ask a question, like Rabbi Yehuda. It says, how does Rabbi Yehuda, why did Rabbi Yehuda decide that you cannot shecht on a single person? So he says, Talmud Lomar. So he says, Rabbi Yehuda, you know how Rabbi Yehuda learns it? He learns it from a verse. Rabbi Yehuda learns it from a verse, not from logic. From a verse. He says, what does the verse say, Rabbi Yehuda? Where did you find a verse in the Torah that tells you that you're not allowed to shecht on one person? He says, yeah, I did. It says, לא תוכל לסבוך את הפסח באחד שעריך. It says, there's a verse, it says, you're not allowed to shecht your Pesach sacrifice on one of your backyard's bimas. You have to bring it to the temple. Right? באחד שעריך. You cannot just, this is a simple explanation. But here, it says, I'll read it differently. He says, לא תוכל לסבוך את הפסח באחד, full stop. He doesn't add the שעריך. He says, I can read it this way also. He says the Torah can be read many ways, and I can read it this way. I'm making a drush from it. I'm learning. I know it's not a simple explanation, but this is the way I'm learning it. Be'echad, you're not allowed to sacrifice the Pesach sacrifice in one person. Divrei Rabbi Yehuda, this is what Rabbi Yehuda says. Ve'Rabbi Yossi omer, and Rabbi Yossi says, Yachid ויכול לאכלו, שוחטים עליו. It says, it doesn't say anywhere in the Torah that you're not allowed to shecht on him. If the guy tells you, I can shecht, I can eat the whole thing, you trust him. 10 ואין יכולים לאכלו, אין שוחטים עליו. And 10 that cannot be able to eat them. And I can bring you also another case, Rabbi Yossi says. I can bring 20 people, yeah, they're all small, they all can eat a kazait, yeah, and they says, we want to shech the Pesach sacrifice. So the Kohen tells them, no, you can't. She says, why? Because you won't be able to finish it. I know how much you guys can eat. So even 20, I'm not going to let you. This is what Rabbi Yossi says. But one that can, a guy, big one comes, I will let him. Because I know how much he eats. You 20 guys can't finish it. Yeah, if 20 Arya comes, I'm going to tell 20 Arya, go away. Go away. Yeah, but if one, I don't know, one of those guys, exactly, one Moshe comes, you can do the whole Pesach. Exactly. ומבארים, and they explain, שאומנם לדעת שניהם בא כתוב ללמד, it says both of them learn the verse שהזובח את פסחו בבמת יחיד בשעת איסור הבמות. Both of them admits that the simple explanation is a simple explanation, that you have to bring the sacrifice in the temple and not in your backyard. הרי הוא עובר בלא תעשה, he's transgressing a negative commandment. אלא שלדעת רבי יהודה, but רבי יהודה says I can learn something else from the verse. הואיל וכתוב באחד, it says in one, I can learn from it that באחד שעריך, it says, why does it say in one of your gates? It can just say in your gates. It doesn't say it without the word one. So the one comes to teach me that one person. אין שוחטים את הפסח באחד. It says you're not allowed to shecht with one person. נדרש מכאן גם הדין שאין שוחטים את הפסח על היחיד. That's why I learn it. Because the word אחד is not necessary. And since God put the word אחד, and it's not necessary, I learned that there's another message. ברם, but רבי יוסי למד ממה שנאמר. And how Rabbi Yossi is going to do with the אחד? So it says, he learns it, ish lefi ochlo. It says, it's a nice drush. I like your drush. But we have another verse. It says, another verse, when it comes to the Pesach sacrifice, it says, you should eat it, man according to what he eats. So therefore, if he's able to eat it, he's able to eat it. How are you going to do with this verse? שמותר לשחוט את הפסח על היחיד. והלכה, and the halacha is, like Rabbi Yossi. If a big guy comes and he says, I can finish it, don't worry. Okay, so go ahead.
You have to eat the heart.
Everything. He has to eat the whole thing. He has to finish the whole thing.
The parts, the inside.
Yeah, everything. Everything. The head, the זה, קרעיים, רגליים, הכל. The whole thing he has to eat. והלכה כרבי יוסי, the law is like Rabbi Yossi. Another important thing, אין עושים חבורת נשים ועבדים וקטנים. You don't, when you make the groups, you make sure that the women and the servants don't make a group together. And you make sure that the servants and the small children don't make a group together. Why? אין עושים חבורת נשים ועבדים וקטנים. We don't make the groups together. לשחוט עליהם את הפסח. To slaughter the Pesach on this kind of group. Because remember, they're going to be eating it together. Yeah, they're going to be eating it together. בגמרא מבואר, בגמרא מבואר, in the Gemara it explains, שאין עושים חבורת נשים עם עבדים. That you cannot make the women eat together with the servants. There has to be some men, 3 men over there. Why not? וכן חבורת עבדים עם קטנים. And also servants with small kids. Why? מפני הפריצות. Because it's not modest. Things happen. אבל חבורה שכולה נשים, by the group that everybody is a woman, או שכולה עבדים, מותר לעשות. That everybody is servants, you're allowed to do. Why? הואיל והם חייבים בפסח, because they have an obligation in the Pesach sacrifice. ברם חבורה של קטנים בפני עצמם, אין עושים. But to small children on their own, they do not do. לפי שאינם בני דת, because they don't have the capacity to do the right thing. We don't trust them that they know what to do. ביארנו את דת רבי יוסי לפי הרמב"ם. We explained the Rabbi Yossi, according to the Rambam, that Rabbi Yossi says one person can eat it, don't worry about it, right? שמותר לשחוט על היחיד, that you're allowed to slaughter on a single person. אם הוא יכול לאכול את כולו, if he's able to eat the entire sacrifice. ברם, אפילו חברה של 100, but Rabbi Yossi says, even if I get you 100 people that I know they're not going to be eating it because I know how much meat they eat. These guys don't, they're all vegetarians, they can't eat meat. אם אין כל אחד ואחד מהם יכול לאכול כזית, if not each and every one of them can eat the right amount, which is like a zait, אין שוחטים עליהם, you're not allowed to slaughter them. אבל רש"י מפרש, but Rashi explains, יחיד ויכול לאכול כזית, Rashi says, even one person, and he's able to eat a zais, he doesn't even have to tell you I can eat the whole thing. As long as he can eat the kazais, shochatim alav, you can slaughter on him. And Arya is going to say, but what about the notar? Right?
Burn it.
Yeah, burn it afterwards. Yeah, he's going to try. You cannot take. Of course, it's not a good thing. The question is, are you allowed to?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to? Yeah. 100 ואין יכולים לאכול כזית בין כולם, אין שוחטים עליהם. And 100, and you're not allowed to, and they're not allowed to eat כזית between the, you don't shecht on them. עיין ברטנורה שמפרש ביחיד לפשט רש"י ובחברה של 100 לפי פשט רם. ברטנורה interchanges them. One more thing, just by the way, I remember this from the Rambam. The Rambam says something very interesting. Nothing to do with this. It says חבורת גרים, חבורת גרים in Pesach cannot do it together. It doesn't mention it over here at all, converts. But it says converts are not allowed to do Pesach sacrifice together. So it says, the Rambam asks why. They're Jews. What's the problem? There's not a problem at all. So it says, it's not a problem from halacha. What's the problem is they cannot be trusted. So it says, what do you mean girls cannot be trusted? Comical Messiah says, no, because girls are too meticulous. What do you mean? They are going to the Rambam says what's going to happen with converts is it wasn't in their kitchen. You know, for us, the sheep is food. It's like eating a banana. You know, you come, you peel it, and you eat it. It says, no, they're going to check the banana to see if it's kosher over here together, and then they're going to make it black, and they're going to put a blemish on it. So it says the same thing with a group of converts. Because they're not into this whole culture, they will not know, and everyone is going to start checking the sheep to make sure that it's the right thing, you know, and then they're going to create a blemish in it, and it's not going to be good anyway. So there always has to be someone that this is his business. Come on, guys, it's good. Let's go. Yeah, move them along.